Right, so we're now ready to go. We've got our spreadsheet with all the data in it. We've got our template here with all the colours made, which I haven't done yet, but you would do that if you were doing it. You might want to put a grey bar behind that one there to make it look more attractive as well. That's your template. You might as well get your template right because you're going to be using it left, right and centre. It may be that you think, I wonder if this size of text is too big. This is 18, so we could take that down to say 14 or something like that if you wanted to make it smaller, but we'll leave that for this example where it should be. Alright, so now how do we link up and get this text into this template and make separate files? Well, for spreadsheets, Google Spreadsheets, there are additional pieces of code that you can buy, extra pieces of code called add-ons that extend your document, and this is true for slides, sheets and docs. And sometimes you can pay for these and sometimes they're free. So let's look at a free mail merge one that you can get called Autocrat. To get add-ons, to get these extra bits of code, you go to that, and once you've got them installed, if you want to uninstall some, you can go to manage add-ons, but this is the one to go for, Autocrat, and we're going to launch that now. Right, so we've got no job set up yet, so we're going to create a new job by clicking on the new job button, and a new job just means a new set of tasks to run, which in our case is to make some Google Sheets files from rows in the data. So we're going to click new job and give it a job name. So we're going to call it term 1 whiteboard, which is going to be our job, and we can click on next. And so we want to give it term 1 whiteboard is our template. So let's look for in our drive. There's our recently made template. So let's select that. Okay, and let's go to, it's doing that. Right, so let's go to next. And it says, what do you want to do it from? We want sheet 1 because we're in sheet 1 here. It tells us that row 1 is a header, that's okay, and our data starts in row 2, that's absolutely right. We could, if we wanted to, set it to start from a different row. So it says, in your template you've got a tag called week. What do you want to map it to? Well, I want to map it to week. Lesson, where do you want to map that? I want that to map to lesson, and this is why it's a really good idea to give your tags in your document and your columns similar names, so it's really easy for you to see which one it is. So sequence is sec, int is going to be intent, no is going to be knowledge, skills is going to go to skills, it's already found that for me. It doesn't know enough to know that behaviours is bay, and rev is going to be review, which leaves extension to be xed at the end. So that's good, so we're going to click next, and we're going to give it a name. So we're going to call this term 1, and then we're going to go week, give it a space, then click on this little sidebar here, and we're going to choose the week tag there. And when you do that, you can then go Apple V on the Mac, Control V on the PC to paste that in, and then we're going to go lesson, and then go back to that and choose lesson there, and again paste that in. So now I'm going to get term 1 week 1, and I'm going to pull out the right week and the right lesson for each of these using these tags that we've set up. We're going to make a Google slide, and we're going to make multiple files, one for each row, and then we're going to click next, and we're going to put it in the test merge folder, which is the one I'm using, and click next, and then we'll just go next. We're not going to set any conditions to it. We're not going to share docs or email them to anybody, and we're not going to have triggers in, and then we're going to click save, and it saves the job. And now to get that to work, we just want to click on the little plus, the play sign, to run it. This can take a while if you've got lots of rows. You can see over on the right hand side that it started the process off. And that's it done. So now we can close that, and let's have a look at what we've got. If we move over to the right hand side, and what it's done is it's generated new documents for us here. And if we look at those links, if I hover over a link, you can see we've actually found the file and it's actually made it for us. This document was created successfully merged and manually run. Bang, bang, bang. So that's all okay. So now let's have a look in our folder, test merged folder, and we can see that we've got lesson 1, 2 and 3. So if we click on lesson 1, we can see that it's put the text that we had in there. Remember, we made this text smaller, but we didn't do it on the subsequent sections, just as this one's got the pink heading and the others don't. And exactly what you put in the template is exactly what you get out. So let's just close that one there. Let's go to lesson 3, which I think might have some overflowing text. Let's just have a quick look at, and in fact let's just run this. So if we present this, we can see, if we go to objectives, we can go back to the main screen, sequence, we can go back to the main screen, intent. Yeah, we might have some overflowing text on there. We can go through these and see, but we can also, let's escape that. So there we go, we've made a folder which has now got all of these. Now if I'd had more rows in my database, in my spreadsheet, I could have one of these for each of the lessons that I do for my first term, and then I could copy the addresses of those from the spreadsheet. I don't even have to do it myself, but I could just copy these that linked to the document there, and I could then paste that into my Google site or into my Google Classroom, and that would make a set of whiteboards that I can use immediately.